So today we're about to discuss the age stage of psychosocial development by Erikson. Overview of psychosocial development of Erikson. The age stage of psychosocial development emphasizes the impact of social experiences and crises of each stages. Focuses of lifelong process of developing of sense of self and identity. The first stage of psychosocial development is infancy or 0 to 1 year old. In the first stage of psychosocial development, dito natututo, dito nag-grow at dito nagde-develop ang isang bata. Papasok yung tinatawag nating trust is na ibibigay ng magulang or ng caregiver ang gusto ng isang bata. At doon na nagsisimula na magtitiwala ang isang bata sa mga tao sa kanyang paligid. At papasok naman ang tinatawag nating mistrust if ever hindi nakuha ng isang bata ang tamang pagmamahal o pag-aaruga sa kanya. Doon na magsisimula na hindi magtitiwala ang isang bata sa mga tao sa kanyang paligid. At madadala niya ito hanggang sa paglaki. Fear to develop trust will result into fear. The stage 2 of psychosocial development of Erikson is early childhood, or 2 years old to 3 years old. The crisis here is autonomy or shame and doubt. The virtue here is will. During this stage, the children needs to develop a sense of independency or self-control. Example, kaya na nilang maglakad na sila lang, kaya na nilang kumain na sila lang. And in that way, nade-develop ng isang bata ang sense of independency or tinatawag nating autonomy. At papasok naman yung shame and doubt pag yung bata ay na-discourage or refusing them to try new things. Mawawalan sila ng confidence sa kanilang sarili at doon na magsisimula na magda-doubt sila.
So let's discuss first the stage of preschool at the age of 3 to 5 years. So the crisis of this stage is initiative versus guilt. So this stage is characterized by a child's growing desire to take initiative and explore their surroundings. They want to try new things, but be independent and make their own decisions. So, however, if they are overly controlled or criticized, they may experience feelings of guilt and become hesitant to take risks. For example, a preschooler wants to take help set the table for dinner. She is excited to try but accidentally drops a plate. Her parents get frustrated and scold her. This experience might make her feel guilty about trying to help, and she might become hesitant to take initiative in the purpose. So the virtue of this stage is purpose. So if a child successfully navigates this stage, they develop a sense of purpose. They learn that they can make a difference in the world and have a positive impact on others. For example, a preschooler enjoys helping his mom bake cookies. He feels proud of his contributions and enjoy the process of creating something together. So this experience helps him develop a sense of purpose and belief that he can contribute to something meaningful. So the first thing in this stage is child initiative activities and develop leadership skills. So the preschoolers are naturally curious and want to learn new things. They start to take on leadership roles in play and activities, demonstrating their growing abilities to plan and direct their own actions. So the second one is over control or criticism may cause guilt about desires. So excessive control or criticism can stifle a child's initiative and lead to feelings of guilt. This can hinder their willingness to explore and take risks, potentially impacting their development of purpose. So let's proceed to the stage of school age at the age of 6 to 11 years. So the crisis of this stage is industry versus inferiority. So during this stage, children are focused on learning and developing skills. They want to feel competent and successful. However, if they experience repeated failures, they might feel inferior and give up easily. For example, a child is learning to play a piano. He practices diligently but struggles with a particular piece. He gets discouraged and starts to think he's not good at music. This experience could lead to feelings of inferiority and make him reluctant to keep trying. So the virtue of this stage is competence. Successfully navigating this stage leads to a sense of competence. So children learn that they can do things well and that they are valuable members of society. For example, a child enjoys participating in a soccer team. He practices regularly and learns new skills. He feels proud of his progress and enjoys the feeling of accomplishment. So this experience helped him develop a sense of competence and believe in his abilities. So the first thing in this stage is focus on achievement and competence in skills. So as school-age children are eager to learn new things and master skills. They are motivated by success and enjoy feeling competent. So the second one is failure leads to feelings of inferiority. So if the children experience repeated failures, they may start to feel inferior and believe that they are not good enough. This can lead to low self-esteem and a lack of motivations. So let's proceed to the stage of adolescence at the age of 12 to 18 years. So the crisis of this stage is identity versus role confusion. So during adolescence, teenagers are trying to figure out who they are and what their place is in the world. They explore different values, beliefs, and interests. But if they don't find a clear sense of identity, they can become confused about their role in society. So, for example, a teenager is trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life. She explores different interests but feels overwhelmed by the choices. She starts to doubt her abilities and feel confused about her place in the world. This experience could lead to feelings of role confusion and make it difficult for her to make decisions about her future. So the virtue of this stage is fidelity. So successful navigation of this stage leads to a sense of fidelity. Teenagers develop strong values and beliefs that guides their actions. They are committed to their relationships and feel a sense of belonging. For example, a teenager is deeply involved in a volunteer organization that supports the homeless. He feels strongly about helping others and is committed to the cause. This experience helps him develop a sense of fidelity and a strong belief in the importance of social justice. So the first one thing in this stage is teens explore personality, identity, and values. So adolescents are naturally curious about themselves and the world around them. They experiment with different identities, beliefs, and values, searching for what resonates with them. So the second one thing in this stage is lack of direction results in confusion about role in society. So if teenagers don't find a clear sense of direction, they may feel confused about their role in society. They might struggle to make decisions about their future and feel lost. So by understanding these stages, we can gain valuable insights into the social and emotional development of individuals.
The sixth stage of Erikson's psychosocial theory of development is the young adulthood, which is 19 to 40 years old. Ang crisis dito sa stage na to is intimacy versus isolation. During this stage, individuals focus on building close, meaningful relationships such as friendships, romantic partnerships, and emotional bonds. Successfully navigating this stage leads to the virtue of love, fostering deep connections and intimacy. Failure in this stage can result in loneliness and isolation, as individuals may struggle to form or maintain relationships, leading to feelings of disconnection and emotional distance. This stage highlights the importance of interpersonal relationships in adulthood and the role they play in emotional well-being. The seventh stage in Erikson's psychosocial development is the middle adulthood, which is 40 to 65 years old. So, the crisis in this stage is the generativity versus stagnation. During this stage, individuals focus on contributing to society and supporting the next generation. These can include raising children, mentoring, teaching, or making meaningful contributions to work or the community. Generativity reflects a sense of care and the ability to give back, leading to the virtue of care. Failure in this stage may result in stagnation or self-absorption. This means a lack of ambition or the inability to give to others, which can lead to feelings of meaninglessness or being stuck in life. This stage emphasizes finding purpose through productivity and helping others. Failure to do so may lead to a narrowed perspective, focusing only on oneself and a sense of unfulfillment. The eighth stage, or the last stage in Erikson's psychosocial theory of development, is the late adulthood, which is 65 years above. Crisis in this stage is the integrity versus despair. At this stage, individuals reflect on their life journey. Successfully resolving this crisis leads to a sense of integrity, meaning they can look back on their life with pride and fulfillment, feeling that they have lived meaningfully. This stage is characterized by the virtue of wisdom, allowing individuals to accept their life experiences and the reality of mortality. Failure in this stage leads to despair, marked by regret, feelings of wasted opportunities, and fear of death. People in despair may struggle with unresolved conflicts and a sense of unfulfillment. This stage highlights the importance of finding peace with one's life, accepting past successes and failures, and approaching the end of life with dignity. Those who fail to achieve this may face emotional struggles, including fear and regret.